Now, to get the webinar started, here's your Omron Automotive Components Product Manager, Robert Subert. Robert?
Today's webinar will be covering automotive relays and switches as used in the transportation industry. I'm Robert Subert, and I'm the Product Marketing Specialist for Automotive Relays and Switches. We'll be covering the following topics today: DC power relays, our new technology Generation 2 relays, applications where DC power relays are used in, automotive relays. We'll cover applications and product lineups, and how Omron is working towards miniaturizing our relays, automotive switches, product lineup and applications, our value-added capabilities, how we can customize a switch to your needs, and power and signal will give you a quick overview. There are distribution partners. Omron has a broad lineup of relays to meet diversified needs, focusing on small size, little heat, high wattage relays. New relays are being constantly added. We have PCB relays and we have plug-in style relays. Omron's current lineup of relays include DC power relays, and we've added new PCB relays and new DC power relays. Omron has a large variety of sealed switches for transportation applications. They come in a variety of contact ratings and terminal options. Omron relays can be used in a multitude of applications. Some of the examples of applications that they can be used in are shown in this diagram here. So anywhere from sunroofs to seat modules to powertrain front modules, steering modules, door modules, hybrid vehicles. Omron has a solution for any type of application that requires a relay within a transportation application. The table here shows applications and relays. This table helps select the correct relay for each application. Omron will work with you to select the correct relay for your application and your specification. Omron is a leader in clean energy with compact, quiet, energy-efficient designs of DC power relays. In this section, we'll discuss some of the relays that we have, the technology behind the relays, and our world's smallest, lightest, second-generation relays that are available on the market. We'll also discuss some of the applications that they can be used in. Here is Omron's current lineup of DC power relays. They're rated anywhere between 25 amps and 300 amps. They can be used in a variety of applications. Some examples that we'll go into further into the presentation would be hybrid electric vehicles, power generation, industrial equipment. So there's a wide variety of uses that these relays can be used in. Omron's DC power relay. Omron's released the world's smallest, lightest DC power relay, G90N, capable of interrupting high voltages and high currents. This is available on our website. It's a flash, so if you want, you can go through this yourself when you have time. I'll just go through some of the features within this flash. So let's have a quick look at applications. So some of the applications where the DC power relays can be used in, because they're smaller and quieter, opens them up to be used in a variety of different applications. So we'll start in the home. So within the home, you could use them if you have a fuel cell, so you could use them for relay for high interruption voltage, or for a PV inverter, relay for high voltage interruption, storage system, electric charging station for electric vehicles, and for a hybrid electric car. So the main relay for the battery circuit, relay for a charger, or relay for accessory equipment. In a factory, similar sort of applications for a fuel cell, PV inverter, capacitor, for a forklift, so the main relay on the battery circuit or relay for a charger. In a power plant, on the PV inverter and capacitor. Construction. These relays are, I'll let it run through this. A lot of the stuff that's the technology is based on being a hermetically sealed relay, that we basically fill with hydrogen gas and have permanent magnets. And with these permanent magnets, we use Fleming's law to reduce the arc. And because of all the technology that we've put into these relays, we can make them smaller and lighter, able to carry very high currents. Features of the new G90N. So because of all the new technology that we've applied to them, we were able to make them smaller and lighter. No polarity, make them very easy to use in many types of applications, so you don't have to worry about which terminal is positive and negative, so it makes it simpler to use, easier to fit into your application. And this is due to the permanent magnets that we put in them. And there's a variety of customized terminations that we can have. So you can have lead wires, you can have screw terminals, tab terminals. Quick comparison, so you can compare it to our G90 EC relay to the G90N relay. So you can see that the weight's in half, the cubic volume's in half, and it's a lot quieter, so only 49 decibels. Product lineup: G90N released, G90J is released, G90M to be released shortly, so we have 60, 25, and 150 amps. In our existing lineup, we go from 20 amps all the way up to 300 amps, the G90H. Again, here's our product lineup. Again, it gives you some uses where they could be used in, so G90M would be ideal for hybrid electric vehicles or fuel cell electric vehicles, pre-charged circuits, general purpose industrial equipment, variety of applications. G90J, which is the pre-charge, is using a pre-charge 25 amp. G90J, again 25 amp. G90M to be released shortly, 150 amp. G90A, that's our existing lineup. That's our anywhere between 180 amps. G90B, which is our pre-charge relay, 25 amps. G90C, 200 amps. It's one of the most common ones used. G90D, mainly used in automotive. G90H, 300 amps. So that covers all our relays. And again, if you want to go into this further, you can go onto our website and you can go through the same thing I just went through. This is a comparison of Omron's second generation relays. As you can see, the first generation relays are on top. That's our current product offering. And the ones on the bottom are our second generation. You can see that they're smaller, lighter. They come in different types of terminations as well. We've currently released the G9EJ and G9EN, and the other ones are due to be released shortly. Here are our second generation relays. G9EN has been released. It's available in a 60 amp version, also a UL version. G9EJ was released last month, available in a 25 amp version. G9EM will be released shortly at 150 amps. We've had a lot of interest in this product due to the fact that they're small and there's low power consumption. Here are some examples of how we can customize DC power relays. There's alternate terminal arrangements. We can add two relays together into one module, so there's various different arrangements we can make. So if there's something that you need that we can look into, and we can basically work with our engineering departments to see if we can come up with a configuration that meets your need. Here is an application showing configuration for DC power relays in a forklift type application. There could be as many as 7 different relays used. Not all of them would require a DC power relay. Depending on the rated load and the voltage required would determine if a DC power relay should be used. Here is a hybrid electric vehicle application. The circuit here shows 3 DC power relays. There's 2 main power switching relays and 1 pre-charge relay. Typical type of relay that you would use was a G9EC and a G9EB. Fuel cell electric vehicle application. The circuit here shows 4 relays. There's 2 main power switching relays, 1 pre-charge relay, and the fuel cell main switching relay. Here's a possible example of a fuel cell generating system that could be used for home appliances or for telecom backup or for power supplies for computers. Again, this uses 4 relays, 2 main power switching relays, a pre-charge relay, and a fuel cell main switching relay. Here's an example where DC power relays could be used in generating systems. For wind generators, PV cells, there's 1 relay, the main power relay, for switching the main power off. DC power relays also have use in factory automation. For instance, in a factory robot, there would be 2 DC power relays used for urgent brake. DC power relays can also be used on a crane for a ship. They would control the DC motor. There would be 4 DC power relays used. They would be used for urgent brake switching. High-speed charging stations for electric-powered vehicles are being rolled out globally. There's numerous applications that Omron products can be used in. The G9E would be used in that type of application as an urgent block to the DC high voltage. There's also our switches that would be used for detecting the charger if it was coupled to the connection. So there's various products that can be used in this type of application, one of which is the DC power relays. In this section we'll be discussing the Omron automotive relays. We'll discuss the plug-in relays, the standard ISO and the standard 280, and the miniaturized versions of each. Here are the Omron ISO relay families. You have the Power Mini, the G8JR. You have the Mini, the G8JN. The miniaturized version of that is the G8HE. We have the Micro, the G8HN, and the miniaturized version of that is the G8HL. Here are the Omron 280 relay families. We have the Power Mini, the G8JR 280 style. We have the Mini, which is the G8W, and the miniaturized version of that is the G8V-RH. We have the Micro, which is the G8V, and the miniaturized version of that one is the G8VA. Omron has custom G8JR covers, so we have the weatherproof version, we have plug-in with bracket rails, ISO with molded brackets, the shrouded version. Omron's working on numerous different types of PCB relays. Here's some examples of where we've taken our existing generation of relays and working towards these smaller, higher powered relays in smaller packages. Here's an example of bus electrical center space savings when you're using Omron miniaturized ISO or 280 style relays. By taking the existing relays and using a smaller relay, you can either reduce the size of the BEC or increase the content. Omron relay quality formula starts with a good design, plus excellent processing, completely automated, cleanless, done in a clean room conditions, completely automated, and inspection, completely automated inspection, which equals high quality, low ppm. Omron's manufacturing advantage. Control. Omron's assembly equipment is manufactured by Omron's own industrial automation business group. Consistency. Relays are built off the same assembly equipment regardless of global location. Continuous improvement. Lessons learned can be taken from individual plants and applied to next generation of equipment and design. Global engineering capabilities. Asian, Europe, North America design support. Asian, Europe, North American application sales and support. Japan R&D resources. Full 3D CAD capabilities. Finite element analysis. Dedicated magnetic simulation software. Failure mode analysis. prototype, and rapid prototype capability. Omron has global test capabilities. We have certified labs in North America, Europe, and Japan, product development and quality support, engineering prototype labs for development support, in-house durability testing to either simulated or actual loads, mechanical and environmental testing, dust, vibration, humidity, temperature, quality analysis, X-ray, metallurgical, sectioning, vision, parametric, whole multitude of equipment to do complete quality analysis. Omron has numerous awards from our customers for automotive relays. We're certified to TS 16949 and ISO 14001. We have awards from Ford, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Kami, Delphi, Yazaki, just to name a few. In this section, we'll be discussing Omron switches used in automotive. Omron has a wide product range of switches. We have tactile dip switches, detection switches, specialty switches, rocker toggle switches, OEM automotive switches, and our automotive switches used for transportation. Omron has local engineering support in North America for automotive switches, 3D and 2D CAD software support to provide fast communication, analysis equipment for basic QA and rapid prototyping. We can do customized switches and provide samples quickly. Automotive switch application and products. Omron has a variety of switches for various automotive components. Some examples where these components could be used are power door locks, power latch, hood latch, in the interior of the vehicle, automatic shift units, seat belt buckles, AC panels, power seating, steering columns for recreational and two-wheelers, so motorcycle ATVs, brake detection levers, hood levers, throttle switch levers, lever switch for golf carts, just to name a few applications. Some of the detection switches that would be used in these applications would be our sealed switches, which would be our D2HW, D2QW, D2VW, D2SW. We also have dedicated switches, which are the C8E series, basically customized to each customer's need. And we have manual switches, tactile switches, V3AL, specifically designed for automotive applications. Here are more examples of detection switch used in automotive applications. These are for exterior applications, so here's just a few applications where these could be used in a sunroof, power latch, truck cap, wiper motor detection, power window regulator, power door latch, hood latch, power mirrors. Here are some applications for automotive detection switches used inside a vehicle. Steering column, column lock detection, key position detection, air conditioning panels, so lever position detection, automatic shift units, park position detection, electronic shifters, pedals, limit position detection, power seats, seat positioning, seat belt buckle, belt detection. It can also be used on other vehicles, so for instance on a motorcycle or a scooter, on the handlebar you could have brake light detection, carburetor position detection, similar on an ATV, parking brake detection, various other types of detections. On a tractor or forklift, hood lever detection, determine if the hood's open or closed. On a golf cart, lever switch detection. On a snowmobile, throttle lever. D2HW, an automotive sealed switch, specifically designed for automotive applications. It's small in size and high precision operation, designed for flexibility. It has a large over travel of 1.4 millimeters. It has a current rating that can operate between 5 volts DC 1 milliamp all the way up to 2 amp. Specifically designed so it can be used in multiple types of applications, from control circuitry to turning on lights. The D2HW comes in various types of configuration and can be mounted various different ways with various different types of terminals. So it has PCB terminals, solder terminals, and lead wires. Also, we have a multitude of different levers that can be mounted onto these switches. The switches can be mounted various different ways. They can be mounted with no posts on a PCB. They can be mounted with plastic brackets, or they can be screwed directly to a fixture of some sort, making it very easy to basically use the switch in any type of application that detection is required. Omron's designed tactile switches specifically for transportation and automotive applications. The B3L is one of them that was specifically designed to be used in this type of application. The B3L has high operating force, a long life, and can be used in the interior of a vehicle. Some of the applications that it could be used for is a panel switch, or perhaps within a stereo component or something, any place that you need a tactile switch. It's also good for medical, any place that you need long life and high operating force. This switch is ideally suited for these types of application. Omron's designed the D2QW. It's a sliding contact switch. It was specifically designed for automotive applications. It has double reliability twin contacts shown below in the diagram. Because of these contacts, there's very quiet operation, unlike our snap action switches, which have a clicking sound. Some of the OEMs have come to us and said that they want very quiet interiors and they want no noise from the switches. So this would be ideal situated in a application where you don't want a clicking noise. Because of the sliding contacts, they're also self-cleaning, which allows it to be used with other types of chemicals that a snap action switch cannot be used in because they're self-cleaning. It also has a long travel, and it's very similar to the D2HW, so it can be used in similar types of applications. However, where these applications require no snap action sound or they need self-cleaning contacts, this switch would be ideally recommended to be used in this type of application. Omron's designed this switch, the C8EA waterproof micro switch, specifically for motorcycle brake units. Where it would sit is on your motorcycle on the brake lever, and when you pull the brake lever it would turn on the brake lights. Because of this switch can handle 2 lamp loads, so 2 27-watt lamps. It has a long stroke, and it's high sealability, confirming to IP67, meaning that it can be used in wet locations. It can be used on other types of vehicles as well, so any place that you'd want to turn on a brake light on and off, or you want to switch 2 lamp loads, this would be the ideal switch for it. So some of the applications that it's currently being used in is ATVs and snowmobiles, golf carts, tractors, forklifts. So there's numerous applications for this type of product, but it's uniquely designed to fit very easily on a brake unit on a motorcycle. If the switch does not fit the application, don't hesitate to contact our sales team. We are flexible, can often adapt to customers' requirements. Some of the modifications that we can do are lever modifications, terminal modifications, case modifications, and other proposal. So if you have an application where our switch does not quite fit right, please contact us and we'd be more than willing to come up with a solution for you. Here's an example of what Omron can do. Take a standard switch and customize it to your needs. We'll take a standard switch and cut the wires to length. We'll take the lever, we'll cut and bend it, and then we'll add terminals and connectors to the switch to make a switch tailored to your needs. Here is an example where Omron's taken a standard D2HW switch and modified it so it can be used in a hood latch application. We've made this switch more heat resistive than our standard version. So we've taken standard wires and replaced them with heat resistive wires, and we've taken our standard overmolding and made it heat resistive. So this switch now is guaranteed up to a temperature of 110 degrees C. Other than that, the switch has the same operating characteristics as a standard switch.
Thank you very much